All right. Good evening, everyone. Please excuse the baseball cap. It's been a rough day, but I'm Michelle Fletcher, and I am joined here by Alicia McDonald and Cordera Tiart. And let me add someone to the room. We are hosting this vision board event, virtual vision board event, because we know how important it is to visualize the things that you want to attain. And this is something we've been doing for years now. We are all part of, hi Tanya, we are all part of the Juice Plus community. And not only do we help to inspire healthy living through plant-based nutrition, but we also love to inspire how to live better, whether it's financially or mentally, all the things. So we're constantly doing things with our community to improve ourselves for the better good. And so Vision Board is such a great way to start the year out and just plan and dream. I love this. Just dream ahead of what you want to achieve. And like it says, if you write it down and make it plain, those things can come to you. So I am going to turn it over to Alicia, who is going to walk us through this process of creating a virtual vision board and giving us all the things that we can do in order to create that. So there you go, Alicia.
All right, Michelle, thank you. So welcome everyone. And I was briefly mentioning earlier that one of my other jobs is a professional life and success coach and organizer. And so I obviously do not like clutter. And so the thought of holding magazines till next year to create a nice paper vision board, like my last year's, was kind of like a little daunting. And I was like, well, what's a good way to create something that not only I can put on my laptop, but also save as a phone screensaver? And how easy is it to make? And so I've decided tonight that I'd like to share 2 ways to do that. Before we go into that, here are a few things that you could take some pictures of when I turn it on the screen. Let me turn this here. And basically, this is the model for kind of what you want your vision board to contain. Like the pictures that you're going to search digitally could include like health and fitness, spirituality and faith, financial and money, professional, career, family and relationships, and then personal and adventures like vacations, etc. So if you'd like, you could take a picture of this one slide because it kind of gives you some guidance of what to look for. Again, these are examples of vision boards. Vision boards are definitely very motivating. They help you to kind of stay in touch with those goals that you want to set for the new year, 2023. It's the beginning of the year. It's all exciting. We're going to get this created in a very simple and easy way digitally. And Michelle is going to share in the chat just a few questions, and I'm going to briefly show here on the screen. These are questions that help probe and jog a memory of, again, what you want that vision board to contain. Remember, you have to be very specific with what you want when you create a vision board. So be very careful at the same time. If you say you want more money, but you're not specific, more money can just be a penny more. So be very specific in the goals and vision that you want to bring to your vision board. Here's another set of questions. And here is one more. So all these questions, Michelle's going to put in the chat, and that way you all can have them handy, whether it be during the duration of this presentation or afterwards, to go ahead and have those handy to create your vision board. All right, so I'm going to exit this real quick, minimize my screen. And do you all see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So a lot of us, if you have Microsoft Office in our laptops, this is a very simple, easy way to create a vision board directly from PowerPoint. We can use resources such as Paxils to get pictures or Google, researching them, putting some words to find what it is that you want, like dream house, etc., copy and paste into a PowerPoint, and then move pictures as we see fit. So I've accumulated these pictures, for example, by Google searching online, and then I put them on here. And then when I group the pictures, and grouping means like highlight all the pictures, I was able to then right click, group, and have these pictures. And then I saved them on my desktop as an image. So I want to show you real quick so you could see. And so this is my actual laptop desktop. So every day when I come on to work, can you see it?
Sorry to interrupt you. I don't think we see what you see.
Okay, let's go back to, let me show you all my desktop. Let's see if that'll work. All right, do you see the vision board on my desktop now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is my actual Mac laptop. And so I took the PowerPoint, and did everyone see the PowerPoint that I showed briefly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I took that image and then I saved it, and then I was able to add it as a wallpaper on my actual laptop. And you could do this also with your phones. And again, it's just so nice when I wake up in the morning and I start the day seeing this, to kind of remind myself of what it is that I've set myself to do for 2023. So then I'm going to stop sharing there. And now I want to show you another way to also create a vision board. And many of you might be familiar with Canva. Canva, and I'm going to go to the main page to start from the beginning. If you go to canva.com, this is a free tool that a lot of people use to create flyers and logos, etc. When you go to what will you design today, you can put in vision board, hit search, and they also offer several vision boards available to customize. When you hover your mouse over a lot of these, you'll see that some are ones that you have to pay for. But if you keep going through, you might find like this one's a free one, for example. So I can click on that, and then it gives you the option to customize this template. Everyone following me so far? Okay, awesome. So Pexels, let me see if I can minimize here. I want to show you Pexels.com. If you want to take that down as a note, this is a website that gives you free images. And this is actually a really good resource to have if you ever want to create a business card or a flyer that you're going to print or use images on websites, where you can legally take these free pictures. And I say the word legal because you can get copyright dilemmas whenever you try to do something that's going to go out to the public. But in this instance, because we're just doing a vision board for our personal selves, you're more than welcome to go on to Google and grab pictures from where you'd like. But Pexels.com does offer free images. So if I put dream house, it'll give you different houses that you can then download onto your computer, and then you can upload those. So I'm going to customize this template just to show an example, a little bit of like what you can do with these. And on Canva, on the left over here, you can go to upload, and there grab whatever images it is that you want to grab that you've downloaded onto your computer. Does anyone have any questions so far, or need me to go into any of the other sections that we've gone through so far?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, this is pretty simple. And so while we're on here, we have, let me see how much time we have. Let me pause share. How much time does it say on the computer we have left, Michelle? Does it tell you on your end?
No, but it's 8:16 if you want to know the time.
8:16.
Yes.
Okay. So it was 40 minutes for this. So if anyone on the call actually wants to try out any of this while we're on it, we can. We have some time to do that. And then at the end, I'm going to close it out with some Quadera nuggets We love calling them Quadera nuggets. She gets a kick out of it every time. That's gonna really like hone in on what it is that we want to focus on for 2023 and these vision boards. And so feel free to like open up a tab, mess around on your screen, and actually use this time to create or start to create a digital vision board. And if you want to like ask questions, or if you want to share what it is that you want to do for your vision board, welcome a very like nice open conversation. And I'll let us know when we have time to break to pass it on to Quadera. So question for you all, what do you think you'd like to utilize in order to create your digital vision board? Canva or PowerPoint? Because I can go into that and kind of show how I mess around.
I'm going to be using Canva.
Yeah.
Canva. We got a Canva girl.
I'm digging the Canva too. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, and there's pre-populated ones too, which is really neat. So
Nice.
I'm gonna go home. And is everyone pretty tech savvy here? Like, or does anyone need a step-by-step as we're all like kind of messing around, seeing what we can create today?
No, actually, I'm familiar with Canva. I have a vision board, but I have an app for it. And then I had the old school vision boards with all the magazines, and that's like 20 years in the past.
They're nice to look back on. And so I keep all the pictures. I did a digital one last year or the year prior. Yeah, last year, 2022. My goodness, it's just the beginning of 2023. I'm blanking. And so I did this one in paper, but I found that the one I looked on my laptop, a few of those things definitely came through because I just saw it every single day. And so it's funny when I look back and I'm like, oh, that happened and that happened and that happened. And that was pretty exciting. And so I kind of feel like it's in your face, whether it be a screensaver or on your laptop, that just keeps you pretty consistent. And Quadera, if you want to jump in and share some input, we could, because maybe you'll inspire us to give some more ideas.
Well, we got some people on here. I'm curious about what everybody is thinking about. What are some, you don't got to tell us all your business, but maybe one big thing. I want to hear the big scary things that you're putting on there. I don't know. Y'all know I'm always into the big scary things. What's the big scary thing?
Well, I can say something that I put on my vision board when I was in my 20s, and the three biggest things definitely came through. I put and I had it in my closet because I had a roommate, and so I had a little vision board about that big, and I had it in my closet. And I put a picture of a little girl with an afro, and this was a decade before I actually started having kids. And I put specifically a yellow Xterra, because back then, this was in the late 90s, 2000s, and Xterras were big back then. But at the time I was waitressing, and I'm like, there's no way I can afford an Xterra. So those two things, I put a little girl on there, and I put an Xterra. And I would say it took 11 years, and I didn't even realize that I had manifested like something from I didn't remember that I had put it on my vision board 11 years prior to that. It was when I was driving around in the Xterra, and I was like, oh, shit, I put this on my vision board back in the day. But I had a son, so I didn't even think about it. At that time, my son was probably about 4 years old. Well, for those of you who know me, I am now with 3 girls and 3 7-year-olds, and then my 15-year-old son. So they definitely work. But I would say, as an adult with kids and with everything going on, my focus on how important these are isn't there as much as it was when I was in my 20s, when all I could think about was the future that I couldn't see yet. And I love that you put it on your desktop,
Mhm.
because I've never thought to do that. And I see every day I wake up, because my desktop is facing our, our bedroom. I see this thing every day. So I really love that idea.
Definitely. I just realized too, I just got a puppy. I forgot I put this last year.
Wow.
And it's just so great when you look back on him and you like see things, you're like, this is unbelievable. Forgot about that little corner. That's what I'm saying. You have to be very careful about what you put, because, and be specific, but careful. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm looking around it. Go ahead. Dara. Anyone else?
No. Mhm.
Hello, this is Adrian. This
Hey,
is so I can tell you this was perfect for me because I just did, even though I did it in a book, I did a vision book. But when I first started this company, I said, let me do a vision board again. And on the vision board, I had all my debts, my car debt, and I also had that I needed to become, a QSC, a sales coordinator, and I believe it stopped at sales coordinator. This particular board, I accomplished it all, and I would exit off on my board. And it's so funny that I made it to, to the next level, but I've been sitting right at this level, and that I just did my vision board book, and now I'm gonna go. I know it's gonna go to the next level because almost everything and every debt that I had on that board, I was able to erase.
Wow.
yeah.
So what you put in front of you, it's food for the mind. All the vision board really is whether you have it on a board, a book, on your desktop, it is food for your mind. You're eating it every time you look at it. So it's just awesome. This call is so great.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have it on my phone as the wallpaper on my phone, because right now I just have like, when I open my phone, I see a picture of my family, but on my screensaver, it's just like some cell phone auto-generated picture. So I'm like excited for that to be what I look at every time I look at my phone, because that's really like, your eyes are on it so many times a day. So many times. So I'm very excited about that. I am going by like the criteria you listed and writing the things for career, for health, for adventure. I'm getting all the categories together, and then I'm going to look at some pictures and start playing with these Canva templates. They're awesome.
They
Really
are. They're
good.
pre-populated. Can we see the PowerPoint again for anyone that joined in a little later, so they can see the
Yeah.
little pie? Yeah.
Are you showing the PowerPoint, Alicia?
Yep.
I think
Is it showing?
No.
Okay, let me stop screen share. You have to like
I
select
thought-
it every time or something, like come out, go back in.
There you go.
You know,
Denise was about
technology,
to
you
say
gotta love
something.
it. What is it, Quadera?
Was Denise about to say something?
No, not me.
Oh,
I'm just excited.
Are you guys starting to create already? Are you like doing yours?
No, I'm not. I'm watching. I'm the one that's probably the least tech savvy on the call, so I'm watching intensely.
You could take advantage and ask questions. I mean, what systems do you have at home that you think you can utilize in order to create this?
I
Because
use Canva, but I also have Adrian Hicks on the phone, and she's amazing. So
that's great.
I'm comfortable.
Perfect. And guys, remember, even Pic Collage and all the different mini apps, if you think about it, you find pictures on your phone and you screenshot it and you save them as images. Those are other ways to just keep adding pictures that you want to put together. But there's so many apps available. Again, the main message for today is just keeping that visual reminder of those goals available every day throughout the year so that it can help you achieve it. You know, as a coach, we always tell people, even note taking, it activates the reticular activating system of your brain. So what happens is the information comes in more. So the more you see, the more you visualize, that's going to help you throughout the year to get closer and closer and motivate you. There's days that are great and you're full of momentum on what it is that you want to do. And then there's other days that you may kind of be like, oh, well, I don't really see it happening. So you look back on this and it gives you the opportunity to pause and reflect again how important it is to dream childlike dreams, to dream big, to dream of that yellow Xterra that now I feel like having an Xterra again because I got that shit. That used to be my dream car too, outside of the Jeep. I found a Wrangler once, like I couldn't find a Jeep Wrangler ad on a magazine. So I cut out Wrangler and I was like, God, please, I don't want Wrangler jeans. I just want the Jeep Wrangler. So I had a handwrite Jeep. But when you're online, there is no limit. You can just find the words, type it up, make it pretty, change the italics or the different fonts and just have fun with it.
Well, I'm on Canva now because I never thought to use Canva for this, even though I love Canva. And I was just playing around with one of the templates and you can actually add video to like in the little, there's like a little corner. So I added a video of a plane flying and I'm like, oh, look at that. It moves. I'm like, that's awesome.
That's like vision board in 3D, guys. This is awesome.
Right.
I like that a lot. So you can like watch the video. So
It's like
something
in a
I
little tiny box inside of the template.
Let me see
Something
what
I did last. So on Canva, you can actually add anywhere you can add a picture, you can add video.
okay.
Just so you guys know. Anywhere you
I didn't think about it on a vision board though. So I know you can do that, like, you know, when you're doing advertisements for the company, but like for my personal
I
development,
never thought about vision board on Canva. And you know what's so funny? I've seen these templates before, but never connected it in my brain that, oh, this is a digital vision board. Never. That's so crazy. And something I did we're in 2023 now, 2022. So 2021, I started, even though I've been doing vision boards for quite some time, I started writing out my vision as well, because writing it out also helps. And we're talking about dreaming. And I don't know, while we were talking about dreaming, when you said the word dreaming, Alicia, it made me think, I saw the word and heard the word activate. So activating. And so a lot of times we think about the word dream, and for many people, might not be anybody on this call, or it was us at one time or another, but for many of us, the word dream or dreaming can make things feel kind of far off. And so all I heard was like activating. The more we are able to look at the things, the more we're able to see them, the more we're able to feel into them, we're activating the dream, activating the vision. So it doesn't really feel so much like a far off thing. And so in 2021, I started really trying to embody those feelings, those dreams that I had. And I would read these statements, like, you know, affirmations kind of. I would read these affirmations every day. And every day, when I tell y'all, I would get so excited. I'm tempted to show y'all what it looks like, but I know if I show y'all, y'all gonna think I'm crazy because it's very intense. But no.
Please. No, it's awesome.
Sometimes I would have like 50 things on there, and I wrote on one of them. What's interesting is I call in 2022, I started calling it my wealthy software, because if we're like computers, right? If we're like computers, and oh, who said that? Was it Adrienne? I love when she said that. It's like food for the mind. It reminded me of this idea that we are computers, right? And that everything we put in, we can reprogram ourselves, we can program ourselves, we can, decode and code and do all these things. So when I started having these statements, these affirmations that I would read every day, some of them were short, like I drink coconut water every day, or I work 3 to 4 hours per day, or it was just like all the things that I wanted. And even though I had them on the vision board, some of them I could not encapsulate to a picture. I had to like type it out so I could read it every day. And I would read those things every single morning before anybody got up, before anything. And the way it would, and look at my vision board, the way it would boost my energy levels is just phenomenal. And so I call it my software, because I'm downloading, programming myself with this information so that it is being activated. And then, fast forwarding, many of the things I wrote on my vision board and on my affirmation sheet, that was a part of my daily practice professionally, those things have come to pass, like the things I'm doing with Michelle. If anyone is not familiar with all the awesomeness that Michelle has going on in life and business right now, the Holistic Business Network, reaching health. I put health on my vision board. I mentioned things like coconut water. I talked about how I'm eating healthy and I'm eating salads and I'm doing all of these things. And I would ask for alignment. And then I think I reached out to Michelle one day and I asked her about how I don't know what happened. All I know is I reached out to Michelle. Then next thing I know, Michelle reached out to me. We formed some sort of alliance, and Michelle, just helped me take my health to the next level. And then I started consulting with her in the work that in her business as a health coach, and having that support. So if there's anything that I would want to say, it's I'm so glad that Denise said that she has someone on the line, Adrienne. So I'm guessing that they're in cahoots together. And so so having that partnership, having someone that you can be in, family would say in cahoots, having someone that you could be in cahoots with, having someone that can light that fire under your butt, the fire that Michelle lit under my butt a year ago and the fire that I lit under her butt a year ago. I started a health magazine. She started a holistic health and wellness business, the network that is just like growing like wildfire. She's in over 7 states. She has 3 networking events that are coming up while she's not even there. Alicia is doing one of them. The girls in California just did another one. It's just like amazing wildfire things happening. And I'll say this, that I would ask a lot of intense questions. Many of these questions Alicia has on the list here. And one of the questions that I asked Michelle that I always ask and encourage is, what is your financial number? And the reason why I ask that all the time is because many times we'll start dreaming, but like Alicia said, without the specifics, there's no activation. So if we don't become specific, then there's no activation, and that's what makes the dream feel far off. So she, said her number, and every time I talk to her, I just get excited because I'm like, girl, wow, this is amazing. It's really come to pass and just keeps on growing and growing and growing. So I'm just excited to be here on this call. I'm so excited my friend Tan showed up, because that's another vision partner right there. So yeah, that's all I have to say at this moment. I I don't know if that was my moment, but I just, I went ahead and put that out there.
Girl, that was your moment. That was awesome.
That was so awesome. And I will say, so Credera just shared that story of us collaborating, and, she really got me to share what my goals were. And it was very uncomfortable giving her a number, because I was like, oh, I don't like to really talk about, finances like that, but I did. And the crazy part is that the number came true and surpassed what my number was. It was like, oh my gosh. And it didn't come in the way that I thought it would either. So it's like, are you kidding me? The fact that I said it out loud and made it plain, just, I'm amazed. So that is the power of like visualizing, right? You read so many personal growth books, and visualizing is such a big part of it. So I'm so glad that Alicia was like, I really want to do this event, because I really feel like it's such a great way to start the year and to get like focused and aligned. This is like the time where we're really focused on, okay, what can we do to make this year better than last? And this is just one step in what you can do. So thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Credera, for always having your nuggets and all the things.
No problem. And there's about 2 minutes left. So I don't know, Michelle, if you want to talk to, or Credera, about these 2 upcoming events on the screen now. Do you guys see my screen? Queenager and Island Sips.
Yeah, so our community, we are always having events, different events, and we have an online event. If you want to learn how to take your health to the next level, we have an online event this Tuesday for those of us, we're not getting younger, right? So there's some really, what do you call it? I don't want to say, what's the word I'm looking for?
Wise ladies.
Wise ladies that are sharing their tips on how to feel younger as the years pass, right? So that is this Tuesday. And then this Sunday, if you're local to South Florida, I am having an event at a really cool vegan restaurant this Sunday, where I'll be sharing health tips, and you'll get free like nutritional smoothie tasting and all these different things to simplify your life and to get on the right track this Sunday. So that is what is going on. And we also have another local event with a doctor coming on Thursday, which I just remembered is happening. That's a really big deal. So if you're interested in any of those things, let us know. I know we're all over the country. We have North Carolina, we have
New York,
and Adrian, I think, is in North Carolina too.
Yes, I'm in Raleigh, but I'm gonna go through my Facebook, my social media, and my phone and see who I know is in Florida. Can you put that up one more time, Michelle, so I can screenshot
I'll
it?
share it. I'll share it in our
yeah,
group,
she'll
Adrian.
share it with you because it's gonna
Okay,
cut off.
I'm gonna see who I might know in Florida that I can get to that event.
Awesome.
Where in New York?
And New York, if there's anything in New York.
Not that I know of, not right now, nothing in New York.
Well, get with the person who invited you to this event, because they might have some other connections that have events going on. And ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I plan to host this next year. Maybe we can follow up and see what goals came to fruition in 2023. So thank you all again for coming. You are all awesome. Thank you, Credera. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you,